What's going on, guys? Happy Monday. We have some more Harry Potter HBO news, and this one's pretty exciting. And it's also something that I did not expect to see, especially this early on in the series. So let's talk about it. If you enjoy this video, please consider liking and sharing. It will greatly help to grow and sustain the channel. And if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, and you can also follow me on all of my other social media pages, all of which are linked down below, and all of which house similar content that I make here on this channel. Now let's get into this news. So Casey Bloys, who is the CEO and chairman of HBO, he was in New York City this Thursday, and he was unveiling numerous announcements and updates about upcoming shows for 2026 and 2027. And obviously that's about HBO shows and movies because he's the CEO. And one of the things that he mentioned was about the HBO series. It has now been confirmed that season 2 of this series is going to happen. And this is very early on to say this, considering the fact that they are still in the middle of filming season 1. And we also just got some pretty cool news that J.K. Rowling visited the set for the first time, which that's pretty special. But let's look at Casey Bloys' actual quote. They're still shooting season 1, obviously. They're writing season 2. So the plan is to try and get it. I don't know if it's going to be like stop shooting season 1 on Friday and start season 2 on Monday. There will be a break in there, but we're going to do whatever we can to not have a huge gap for the kids, obviously, but also for viewers. We're not trying to have massive gaps. It is a big show, lots of special effects obviously, a massive operation, but we're going to do what we can for the kids' ages, but also for viewers as well. So this is obviously huge news, and honestly it doesn't surprise me that they are pushing it so far because this is a series that they are putting $1 billion into, which will make it the most expensive show in the history of TV shows. I actually made a video about that a few months ago, and honestly I'm still shocked that that was actual news and actually something that they're doing, because that is a lot of money. But honestly, the IP of Harry Potter and the Wizarding World, it pretty much guarantees that it's going to do well. There are a lot of things that could make people boycott it, like Black Snape and just J.K. Rowling in general, but I'm not going to talk about those. Let's actually talk about the show and what's to come. So season 1 of the show is set to release in 2027. We don't have an exact month or date, but they started filming on July 14th, which is actually pretty cool because the final film, The Deathly Hallows Part 2, was released on July 15th, and that was in 2015. So they started filming almost exactly a decade after the final movie was released, which is pretty poetic. But when we compare this show to other shows like Percy Jackson, this is miles ahead of that because Percy Jackson, hang on, I wrote it down. Percy Jackson wasn't confirmed for season 2 until a week after season 1 had fully wrapped. So they did not start production on season 2 until season 1 was fully out, and they made sure that it did well. And it looks like they're not doing that for this series. This show could be a total flop. I doubt it will be, but it could be a total flop and they would already be set to do season 2. And if it is a flop, HBO would already be fully in on season 2 and would have already put an insane amount of money down on it. And then people might not watch season 2 because season 1 was so bad. But again, I don't think that that's going to be the case. One thing that this show does need to take into account though is the fact that this show is based around child actors. If we look at it, Dominic McLaughlin, he's 11, Arabella Stanton, she's 11, and then Stout, who plays Ron, there's no confirmed age for him, but he could be between 9 and 11. Then you have Lox Pratt, who's playing Draco Malfoy, who's 13. So the movies took 10 years to make. And if this takes 10 years to make, then they would obviously be 21 and Lox Pratt would be 23, which is around the age that the movies were. And speaking of the movies, it is interesting because it appears as though they did the exact same thing. They started writing the Chamber of Secrets script while they were filming. It's not actually confirmed when they officially started writing the Chamber of Secrets, but it is known that the premiere for the Sorcerer's Stone or the Philosopher's Stone was on Friday, and then they started filming the Chamber of Secrets the following Monday. And going back to this quote from Casey Bloys, it looks like they're actually aware of that because they said, I don't know if it's going to be like stopping shooting season 1 on Friday and start season 2 on Monday. And I'm sure being the CEO of HBO, they have extensively researched the movies and seen how the movies do it because they were so successful. At the same time though, that's kind of walking on a tightrope because you don't want it to be too similar to the movies because then you're just rehashing the same thing. But I do think it's a good idea to look at how the movies did everything behind the scenes because obviously they were incredibly successful and they were able to get the kids in the right age range. At least they were playing 17 and 18-year-olds and were about 21 years old, which is close enough. And that brings me to something that I want to bring up, which is the Stranger Things problem. The kids were the perfect age in the first season and probably in the second season, but it took them so long to continue the production that the kids for the newest season are so freaking old and it's so obvious. And I actually found a chart for this. It looks like season 1 was in 2016, season 2 2017, so not that bad, just 1 year difference. Season 3 2019, which that's 2 years difference from the last season. Then season 4 2022, so that's 3 years in between. And then for season 5, it wasn't released until 2025, which is another 3 years. So you don't want to have the same problem with this cast, especially because this is most likely going to be 7 seasons and possibly even more when you get to the bigger books. They might want to split that up into multiple seasons. So this could take 10 years, it could take more. So honestly, I think that it's smart that they're starting to work on the Chamber of Secrets script this early. And a lot of people might say already, like that seems premature, but I think that HBO has such confidence in this show doing well that they are putting all of their eggs in one basket. And honestly, I respect it, and it actually makes me really excited for this show because it seems as though if HBO was confident, I feel pretty confident too. Especially because in the past, HBO has put out some of the best shows in the history of TV shows like The Wire, The Sopranos, Game of Thrones, and so many more. So they have the resume to make incredible shows, and I'm hoping that this series, the Harry Potter series, will be another incredible show added to that list. So yeah, bottom line, season 2 is confirmed. This is so exciting. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think though. Is it too soon to start thinking about season 2 this way? Or do you agree with me that this is actually really great news? Let me know in the comments below. By the way, this channel is your official home for everything to do with the HBO series. I'm going to break down all of the news we get, any castings we get. When we get trailers, I'm going to do trailer breakdowns. When the episodes actually come out, I might do a live watching so that all of the fans can be there together and watch it together on this channel. I think that'd be really cool. And obviously, I'm going to break down each episode and probably go really deep into it. So if you haven't already, subscribe so you don't miss any of that. I already have a full playlist of all of my videos for the HBO series, so if you want to catch up, go to that playlist and watch some videos. I also make a lot of other fun Harry Potter videos like this one where I rank 20 hot takes that get more and more controversial as we went. That was a fun video to do and the comments cracked me up. That's all I have for you guys in this video though. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.